Let me start with a question. Have you ever read, recited, or listened Japji Sahib? If you belong to Sikh religion, or are Punjabi, or follow Guru Nanak's preaching, you must have either read or listened Japji Sahib at least once in your lifetime. You may be chanting it too, but all those who don't know about Japji Sahib, let me tell them that Japji Sahib is a part or Bani, the holy text which is recited early morning to contemplate on God and has been given by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Japji Sahib starts with the Mool Mantra, which summarizes what is God and His qualities. I had already explained in short the Mool Mantra in my previous video, both in English and Hindi. If you have not listened it, I highly recommend you to watch the video. The link may be coming above in the I button and is also given in the description. Coming back to the Japji Sahib, which starts with the Mool Mantra, followed by 38 stanzas explaining God's qualities, His expansion, all about the universe, and how to achieve His blessings, and finally ends with 6 lines of shlok. I am here to talk about this shlok of just 6 lines. You will be surprised, as even I was, when I realized the true meaning of the shlok during meditation. Whatever we were told since our childhood is just a simple ABCD, just the word by word meaning of the shlok. Surely it was done so that a common man could understand and grab the meaning. But the knowledge given in these 6 lines is highly scientific and spiritual and involves deep understanding of life. In this video, I'm going to tell you, in fact, remind you, if you already recite Japji Sahib, the worldly meaning of this shlok that you were knowing till now, and then I will explain the actual and true scientific words of wisdom that were presented by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So please listen till the end. This video may be divided into 2 parts so that you are not overwhelmed with too much of information. If you are already walking in the path of spirituality or are religious, you will understand it in deep. On the contrary, if you are an atheist, I would request you to listen, especially the second part, that is the scientific meaning of it. I'm sure in the end it will enrich you and unfold the truth of life. So let me start with the shlok. Pavan Guru Pani Pita Mata Dharat Mahat Divas Raat Doi Dai Daya Khile Sagal Jagat Changyaiyan Buryaiyan वाचे धर्म हदूर कर्मी आपो आपनी के नेड़े के दूर जिन्नी नाम त्याया गए मसक्कत काल नानक ते मुख उजले केती छुट्टी नाल. Now let's see what is the basic or word by word meaning of these lines. Here, Pavan Guru means air, that is breath, is the Guru, our teacher. Pani Pita means water is our father. Mata Dharat Mahat means Dharti, that is the earth, is our great mother. Mata. Mahat means great, big. And we all agree to these relations, almost all over the world. Air that is present around us and we inhale teaches us lesson in life. If there is no air, we are dead. We can only experience life if we are inhaling the air, that is taking breath. And water is our father. Now why father? As when this shlok was written, father was considered as the bread earner of the family. Father protects you, feeds you, support your life and family. In the same way, water supports our life. It is essential for our living on this earth. So here, water is stated as our father. And then the earth is our great mother. Again, mother had always been seen as the nurturer with unconditional love, the only giver. She feeds so that we become and remain healthy. And this is the reason earth is seen as our mother. Don't we call our nation our motherland? We all do. Now next line says Divas Raat, that is day and night. Doidai Daya means both are our caretakers and playmates. They take care of us and also play with us. Khele Sagal Jagat. And these both day and night are playing all over the world. Don't we work during the day and sleep at night? And this keeps on running our whole life. Though nowadays we also work at night and sleep during the day, but this is just the symbolic presentation of the rhythmic pattern of work and life. Changiyan Buryayan, that is, good and bad deeds, Vache Dharam Hadur, is evaluated by Dharamraj in the presence of God. Hadur means in God's presence. It has always been communicated by religious people that after the death, your deeds are evaluated in the court of God, and the same has been presented here. Karmi Apo Apni means as per your actions, as per your deeds. Ke nede ke dur, you become closer to God or you go far from Him. So Karmi Apo Apni, Ke nede ke dur means your actions decide your closeness with God. Jinni Naam Tyaya, whosoever has taken his name. Whose name? God's name. Here, Vaheguru, or whatever you call him, Ram, Krishna, or Allah. Gaye Maskat Kal. Maskat here means your hard work, your honest work of taking his name, and Ghal means successful. So Jinni Naam Tyaya, Gaye Maskat Kal means if you take his name honestly, with full dedication, your hard work becomes successful. And Nanak te mukh ujle, that is, you become enlightened. As here Guru Nanak has spoken these words, so Nanak is coming at the start of the line. Keti chutti naal. So Guru Nanak says, not only those who do Naam Simran get enlightened, but also liberate all those people who are associated with them. So finally, the very simple meaning of these 6 lines are, as per given words, that breath is our teacher, water is father, and earth is our great mother. Day and night are the caretakers and playmates that are playing, or you can say governing the world. Our good and bad deeds are evaluated by Dharam, that is religion, in the presence of God. And as per our own actions, we either get closer or away from Almighty God. Whosoever takes repeatedly with each breath the name of God with total surrender and devotion, their hard work of taking His name become successful. And Guru Nanak says, these people not only themselves get enlightened, but also liberate others who are associated with them from the Maya of this world. You would agree to me on this shlok if you are religious and follow any religion, as the same has been said in all the holy books by all the holy people in almost all the religions. The aim was to associate common man with God. But the true meaning of this shlok is highly scientific, spiritual, and deep. Now, what is it? To know, wait for the part 2 on this topic. Do subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you are immediately notified when the video is released. Believe me, You will be delighted to know the true meaning of this shlok, both scientific and spiritual. Till then, stay happy and stay blessed.